Bonsoir, mesdames et messieurs. Je m'appelle Hercule McClure. I am an inspector from the Sûreté, and I will be your host and guide for this evening. I know you have gathered here at the request of Monsieur Billy Bonka, the famous American chocolate manufacturer. But I regret to have to inform you that Monsieur Bonka will not be joining us for supper. He is mort. How you say? Dead. He has been murdered in his hotel room. Mais oui, he was murdered. He was killed by a bomb. A bomb that had been placed inside a chocolate Easter egg. Un œuf, non? This is a very delicate problem. Monsieur Bonka was an honored visitor to our country. And this establishment, the Hotel Paradiso, is a quality hotel in a quality street. We are not used to scandal here. But now we have a murder. And now, my suspicion is that one of you around this table is the murderer. Or maybe it is more than one. But however it is, someone here planted that bomb. And I shall find out who. Maybe you too had better try to discover which of you is the killer. But be warned, this may take some time. It is not a sprint, but a marathon. I have found some documents that might help. You may have a look. I shall rejoin you later, mes amis. And so, mes amis, we meet again. And we meet some problem. Monsieur Billy Bonka, it seems, makes eggs without ethics. He steals his ideas from both and sundry. His famous Egg Nouveau is only possible because he had stolen the chocolate engineering from Monsieur Chocolat Bertrand. And Mademoiselle Maria von Schnaps also has problems with him. I'm thinking no one in the chocolate industry liked this man, and they are all glad he is dead. But also, Billy Bonka is very concerned with marketing, and he likes to employ other people to promote his products. Dr. Doris Johnson has already fallen out with him over the question of the Aztecs, but he has invited Dame Barbara Cartors and Little Fitz to help him advertise the Egg Nouveau, and maybe as well Dr. Sigmund Freud. Oh, and Monsieur Mike Bison, he too has worked for him many years ago. This Billy Bonka has a finger in many tarts, as the English say. Les tartes des chocolat. This is my small joke. The only person who has no professional connection with him is Marchioness Duchamp. But then she knows a lot about chocolate anyway. She makes the sculptures from chocolat. Maybe very helpful when constructing a bomb. Mais oui, the bomb. I have not forgotten the bomb. I have examined this device, and I find there is a timer mechanism which allows for up to 5 hours before it goes boom. So, I make inquiries, and I find the bomb explodes at 7 o'clock. But Monsieur Billy Bonka has his lunch in his room and does not leave until 3 o'clock. He returns 2 hours later and is still there when he is killed. So, between 3 and 5 this afternoon, the chocolate egg with the bomb inside is placed in his room. And so, the net tightens, mes amis. I am using the little gray cells, and in the end I shall uncover the truth. Now, let me tell you a story I have found. I have here a newspaper cutting that I shall call Exhibit C. This is a very interesting story about a tragedy in Monsieur Bonca's factory just 2 years ago. You should have a look at this. For now, I say, cheerio! I shall be back soon. Ah, so mes amis, here we are again, happy as can be, no? Well, no. This is all very complicated, so we must take care not to over-off the pudding. Enough is enough, no? Let me see how it all works. Billy Bonca has been having affairs. In fact, he can have had no time for anything but having les affaires. One of these was with the mother of Dr. Sigmund Freud. Another was with Maria von Schnaps. And still another was with Dr. Doris Johnson. I think maybe Marchioness Duchamp is unusual because she did not have an affair with him. But she did with Monsieur Chocolat Bertrand. Marchioness Duchamp is also involved in the anarchism as a member of this organization, BAPS. She does not like bourgeois businessmen, except for the ones she is having the affairs with. Mike Bison has no affairs with anyone at all, but he is in a peculiar position. His mother dies in an horrible accident working for Billy Bonca. She is turned into chocolate fillings. But still, Monsieur Bison, he carries on taking money from Billy Bonca. Curious, no? Dr. Doris Johnson is another lady who has fallen out with Billy Bonca, but not, I think, fallen out of the bed. And Little Fitz, he is, I think, a madman. He thinks he has a little friend, but his little friend is just a dummy. So, Billy Bonca is killed with the bomb. And now, he cannot exhibit this egg nouveau. This pleases Chocolat Bertrand and Maria von Schnaps, who are his rivals. It pleases Marchioness Duchamp, who does not like him and what he stands for. It pleases too Doris Johnson, because he can no longer treat her beloved Aztecs with mockery. Maybe too his death pleases Mike Bison, who sees it as revenge for his mother. Now, I have discovered Monsieur Bonca's diary, and I have found here an entry that I think may prove very significant. So pay attention. Picture the scene.
Saturday, April 14, 1900. That fool Barbara Carthorse has written me a note demanding that we meet. She seems to think she can put the screws on me. God knows what she's up to. But I suppose I should meet her. Not that she means diddly to me.
And in his diary, Monsieur Bonca has put the note from Dame Barbara. Here, I show it to you. I have things here to think about. I shall work with the little grey cells and come back later. But whoever is the murderer, take care. I am coming for you. And so we come to the final curtain, and I shall state my case, of which I am certain. Billy Bonca was not in his room because he was summoned by a note in the handwriting of Dame Barbara Carthorse. But she says she did not write this note. We find that Marchioness Duchamp is told by her anarchist friends to stay at the same hotel as Billy Bonca. Something fishy is afoot here, and I do not like the smell of it. Dr. Doris Johnson also has an hatred of Bonca, and she spends her time studying people who make human sacrifices. Mike Bison says he is in town for the boxing, but there is no boxing. Is he really that stupid to come all the way from America? Now that Bonka is dead, Monsieur Bertrand ends his business association, and maybe now he makes more money by working with a new partner. And maybe Sigmund Freud inherits from his father's will. Maria von Schnaps is happy to see the back of her business rival. And little Fitz cannot tell the difference between himself and an homicidal puppet. One or more of you is the killer. Whoever it was had to have access to Bonka's hotel room. And they had to be able to make a bomb and to seal it in a chocolate egg. Who do you think? The note that takes Billy Bonka from his hotel room is in the handwriting of Dame Barbara Carthorse. But she says she did not write it. If not, then someone else must have done it. So, we have someone who knows about chocolate eggs and about explosives and who can forge handwriting. I suggest that only one of you has this range of experiences. Let me remind you that one person here says they spent time, quote, in the company of forgers and safebreakers and conmen, unquote. This person, too, worked in a chocolate factory. He also was seen in the hotel going back to his room after the bomb had been placed. The motivation is clear. The killing of Billy Bonka was an act of revenge. A woman dies in an industrial accident, and her son seeks his vengeance. Monsieur Mike Bison, I have to inform you that you are under arrest for the murder of Monsieur Billy Bonka. Please accompany me now to the police station. For the rest of you, remember that crime is much rarer than you think. So please, don't have nightmares. Au revoir.